Good evening, everyone. My name is Misty Kruger, and I'm the Director of Communications for Topeka Public Schools. On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Tiffany Anderson and the Topeka Public Schools Board of Education, welcome to the 2018 Distinguished Staff Awards. Before we get too far into tonight's program, please help me thank the Highland Park Jazz Combo for the wonderful music tonight. Now I would ask that you please stand as the Topeka High Junior ROTC presents the colors, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, cut, oh, word, march! March, time, march! Color, halt! Present, colors!
I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carry, colors! Ready, cut! March, time, march! Forward, march!
We would like to thank the cadets for their participation tonight, and you may be seated. This is one of the highlights for the year for Topeka Public Schools as we recognize our 2018 distinguished staff. These individuals were nominated by their peers throughout the district and selected by a committee of their peers. At this time, if there are any members of the Distinguished Staff Awards Selection Committee, would you please stand to be recognized? Okay. The Distinguished Staff Award is considered the highest honor a Topeka Public Schools staff member can receive. Those being recognized tonight were judged based on the following criteria: their experience, their evidence of effectiveness, their community involvement, their zeal for promoting the advancement of education, and their interest in the profession. Tonight we'll be receiving some help from our Board of Education members, so I would like to introduce them to you. We do have Board President Dr. Michael Morrison with us tonight. Vice President Miss Nancy Kirk. Board members Mr. Patrick Woods. Dr. Ted McCarthy. And Dr. Scott Mickelson. Unable to join us tonight, but they do send their congratulations and regards, is Ms. Janelle Johnson and Reverend John Williams. I would now like to invite our superintendent, Dr. Tiffany Anderson, up to say a few words.
Good evening. I'd like to take this time to not only welcome our staff, but our families and our friends. We have 14 distinguished staff members this evening. 14 people. That means 9 of the school students represented. This is really the group of people who have done some extraordinary work over the course of this year, recognized by many across the district and their peers, and selected by a committee that took a great deal of time and effort to do that. Just as I was in the very back of the room, one person said, you have to make sure that you speak to the person from the service center who's the great tornado shelter builder. And I went up, and that was a teacher who nominated that individual whose reputation precedes him for his excellence in craftsmanship. As I walked around the room and just heard of a teacher who is the 4th generation in her family to be a teacher. Her dad's pointing to her now because he so proudly shared, she's a 4th generation teacher. And just as proud proud, and he's a 32-year now retiree person from Topeka Public Schools. To be in distinguished company is certainly a privilege and an honor. So I want to not only congratulate our staff, but also thank all of the family members with us this evening for the support you give in sharing your staff member with us to do the work that they do every day. We know without a strong support system, we really can't do the hard work as well as we do it. So again, congratulations, and we want to thank our families. At this time, I will call up our board president, Dr. Morrison, to say a few greetings to you as well. And I want to congratulate and thank our communications team for making this event better and better every year. Ms. Kruger and her team, who's running around taking photos, you all will do an exceptional job, and this evening is no different. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to congratulate each and every recipient. You know, not only do the jobs help educate our students so that they can become the citizens of tomorrow, but you have been chosen by your peers doing the best at those jobs. I know that no one person is an island. Surrounding you at each table are your support team that enable you to do the difficult jobs as well as you do. So we really want to thank your support team as well. According to Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. You all are helping to change the world by the jobs you do every day. Please keep doing that. Congratulations again.
This is the 29th year that we have recognized staff with this honor. If there are any former Distinguished Staff Award winners here tonight, would you please stand to be recognized? The Distinguished Staff Awards are underwritten courtesy of Pepsi, our exclusive soft drink vendor in Topeka Public Schools, and we do want to thank them for their support of our district and our staff, so thank you to Pepsi. We'd also like to say thank you to French Middle School Principal Ms. Kelly Hoffman, the French Middle School Building Operator Brian Apodaca, and the school custodian Tony Vargas, who helped make sure that the room was ready and helped get everything set up for us tonight. And we also want to say thank you to Nikki Yonke and the food service team with their help with the refreshments tonight. As we move into the awards portion of tonight's program, I want to give you a quick preview of what you can expect, because this is going to be a little bit different than previous years. So each honoree will be announced one at a time. After we announce their name and their award, we actually have a video that we will show about that person instead of someone coming up and speaking loud at the podium. We do ask the honorees to stay in their seats so that they can watch their video, because they have not seen them yet. After your video runs, then you're going to come and you're going to stand right here with me. I'm going to hand you your award. After you receive your award, you're actually going to exit to my right. We have a photo opportunity set up over there, and we're going to take your picture with our Board of Education members and with Dr. Anderson. So we do want you to stop over there and get your picture taken, and then you're welcome to return to your seat. When you leave tonight, you're going to take with you your award that you get up here. You're going to take your photo off your table, and you're also going to take the plaque that's on your table. That plaque will stay with you at your location for the next year to be displayed there. And then next year when the awards come around, we'll add the next name onto them. So please make sure you take that with you when you leave here tonight. I do also want to recognize a couple other members that are in the audience of the district leadership team. We have our Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Billy Wallace, in the back. And also, I think I saw Deputy Superintendent Larry Robbins back there. So we just want to recognize them. They're here with you tonight as well. So if you are ready, we're going to start into the awards. We would first like to recognize our first year teacher in elementary, Hannah Taylor, from Scott Dual Language Magnet.
My name is Sarah Lucero, principal at Scott Dual Language Magnet School. So Hannah has stood out from day one. She's student taught in our building, and right away when I watched her, I knew I wanted her in our building and as a teacher on our team. She is just the type of teacher that you know this is what she was born to do. She came in confident and passionate, but yet willing to learn, and she built great relationships not only with her students, but the parents in our community and her colleagues as well. I work with Hannah on a daily basis, and I get to see her all the time since I'm her principal, and she's a preschool teacher in our program, and she's a leader. I mean, if you just walked in, you would not know that it is her first year teaching in our district, in our school. Hannah deserves the Distinguished Staff Award because she goes above and beyond. Even when she was student teaching, she would be one of the last people to stay when we had events and help out. She goes above and beyond to ensure that her students have everything they need. She'll even provide things out of her own paycheck for kids. So she'll take care of all those around her. So she just gives selflessly, and you just know she's in it for the right reasons and 100% wants to make a difference. Congratulations, Hannah. There's no one else that deserves this award more than you. I am so proud of you. It's been wonderful working with you, and I hope this is one of many recognition and a great start to the future in your career in education.
Please welcome Hannah. I want to pause just a minute so the board doesn't miss the videos. So I should have prepared some jokes for you. Our next honoree tonight is Mr. Mike Hare, principal of Jardine Middle School. He's being recognized in the Building Leader category.
Mr. Hare is probably one of the most dedicated educators that I know. He is caring, he works diligently to serve the students and the teachers in his learning community. Well, I've had the privilege of knowing Mr. Hare for a long time. He was actually my assistant principal at French Middle School for 2 years. And then currently we are colleagues together on the middle school team. And I just feel lucky to not only call him my colleague, but my friend. Mr. Hare is deserving of the DSA award, mainly because he's just such a strong advocate for students and teachers, and in public education in general. He inspires me daily, makes me want to do better at what I do, and holds my feet to the fire. He's a good soundboard to bounce ideas off of, and he's just a great teammate to have. He's definitely someone that you want on your team. I can't think of anybody who is more deserving of this award for the years of service that you have given to students in our community, teachers in our district, and just public education in general. Congratulations.
Please help us recognize our district leader winner, Chief Ron Brown, from the District Police Department.
My name is Larry Robbins. I'm Deputy Superintendent of Operations. I work out of permits. I would describe Ron as the ultimate professional. We were fortunate that Ron, when he decided to retire from the Topeka Police Department, that he was willing to come and become the chief of police for our own internal police force. When I say he's the ultimate professional, when you combine his experience with TPD along with his background in the military, Ron brought a certain level of professionalism to the job and the role that he came here to fill. He has certainly helped to make it a safer environment for all of us here. I guess what he has done to improve the safety and security across the district, I think warrants this recognition. One of many things that I appreciate about Chief Brown is that he takes the initiative. You don't have to direct him in any way, shape, or form. He knows what needs to be done from a law enforcement standpoint. He knows what needs to happen from a safety and security standpoint. He takes the initiative in auditing our buildings and identifying where we may have some opportunities for improvement. And when I talked about the training, he provides that. He's always a step or two ahead. Ron spent years, and he's a retired Marine. And I guess I'll kid him at this point by reminding him that the Marines, nothing more than a branch of the Navy. Chief Brown, I want to say congratulations for an award that is certainly well earned. You're worthy to be a Distinguished Staff Award recipient for this year.
I really feel as though I should entertain you while we're waiting. I have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, so all of my jokes are related to that. So, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. That's as good as it gets, I'm sorry. This year's honoree in the Certified Support Staff category from Topeka High is Lori Roenbach.
This is my first year in this position, but previous to that I've taught 16 years in special education department. Lori is the most compassionate, caring person that I've really ever met. She takes care of everybody. She is our department chair, the special ed department chair, and she always made sure that one, she was always student focused and did what's best for kids, but she always backed that up with what's best for teachers. Funny story about Lori, I was Lori's para when I first started in 501. So in 2001, I worked side by side with Lori in a classroom teaching kids. And then I kind of found my niche in education through Lori saying, you probably need to go get your degree, you need to do this, you need to do that. So I blame you, Lori, for all of this. It's a breath of fresh air to always have Lori in the room because she's been there for a long time. But she's been there, and it's nice to always have her in the room and just have all the experience that she provides. You know, Lori is one of those people that you want on your team. She will do anything. She will go at whatever length. She has great ideas. She's creative outside of the classroom for students. She's creative for teachers. She is definitely in the upper echelon of teachers in this district simply because she always thinks outside of the box. Lori, congratulations. You are very deserving of this DSA award. I hope that you understand that what you mean to your coworkers and that you're humbled by this. I know that you don't always love all the recognition for everything you do, but you absolutely deserve it, and congratulations. Thanks for working with us, and thanks for teaching me.
Our first-year teacher in secondary education is Forrest Evans, who is a multiple location music teacher for the district.
Consultant teacher. Forrest Evans is a young, energetic, caring teacher. He really is focused in on trying to become the best he can to make a positive difference in our district. Forrest is at Williams Elementary School, Jardine Elementary School, Quincy Elementary, and Stout Elementary as a beginning strings teacher. He also works at Topeka High School as one of the 2 strings teachers. He's always willing to help out, do whatever we need him to do within the fine arts department, and volunteers time and efforts to help everyone out. Forrest is really receptive to the different ideas that we have, whether it be myself coaching him as a first-year teacher or the other mentors he has, been working with other teachers, administrators to help him become the best that he can be. Congratulations on receiving this award. It's well-deserved. We're really excited to have you as a part of our fine arts team, and we look forward to seeing you grow and mature as a teacher and all the great things you can do for Topeka Public Schools.
Our next honoree tonight in the custodial category from Central Office is Andy Juarez.
My name is Larry Robbins. I'm Deputy Superintendent of Operations for Topeka Public Schools, and I work out at the Burnett Center. The first word I think of when it comes to Andy is dependable. Andy, you can count on him to be here. You can count on him to be here on time each and every day. I have been with the district for 9 years, and I can probably count on one hand the number of days that Andy has missed. If there's a problem early in the morning, I hear about it about the time I'm getting out of bed. Okay, Andy is calling to let me know. Andy is always available when you need something done. I don't care how small the task may be or how large it may be. Andy, I just want to say congratulations for being recognized as Distinguished Staff Award winner this year. Over the years and each and every day, you have certainly earned this award. And not only on behalf of myself, but also the entire staff at Burnett Center, we want to tell you congratulations.
From Randolph Elementary, our paraprofessional honoree is Susan Rothschild.
My name is Melissa Wells Martin. I'm the assistant principal at Randolph Elementary. Susan has been in education for quite a while. But before that, she was in journalism. So she has that thirst for knowledge and that need to know more that we really want our students to have. And she's able to bring that out in them and to keep them looking for more and keep them learning. Even when they think they're done, she knows they're not, and she can push them to achieve things that other people may not be able to get out of our students. It's pretty impressive. Well, she's a para in our building, and so she serves our intermediate students, 3rd through 5th grade. She works with them directly and supports them in their classrooms. So my interaction with her is actually I get to observe her working with groups of students in a small group setting. I get to see her supporting kids in the classroom. I get to see her all over the building. She's never sits down. She's never slows down, never takes a breath. She never seems tired. She never seems to give up. She just keeps going, and I get to see that every day. Miss Rothschild deserves this award because she's a tireless advocate for kids. She not only looks out for their achievement in academics, but she looks for ways that they're underserved in other capacities. If a student needs a pair of shoes, if they need some clothes washed, if they need anything, she's that person. She's that person who looks out for the whole child. And if anyone deserves this award, it's her. Congratulations on this award, Susan. No one deserves it more than you. You are a tireless champion for our kids and a bright spot on our staff. Thank you for all you do at Randolph and all you do for our kids.
Also from Randolph Elementary, please help us congratulate Carrie Adams, this year's elementary educator.
I'm Dr. Aaron Gray, and I'm the principal at Randolph Elementary. I guess the way I would describe Carrie Adams is a person who truly cares about kids. She's one that creates a positive classroom environment for students. She's one that goes above and beyond the call of duty. To interact with Ms. Adams is a very positive experience. Whenever you see Ms. Adams, she always has a smile. Throughout my time at Randolph, she is one who has had some very challenging students in her classroom and has been able to quickly bond with those students. She truly cares about kids. She has the heart of an educator. She's one, again, that goes above and beyond. Again, Ms. Adams, I want to congratulate you on this award. I think it's such an honor to have you as a co-worker and a friend at Randolph Elementary.
Our 2018 middle school educator from Eisenhower Middle School, Julie Waterhouse.
Hi, I'm Leosha Jardina, principal at Eisenhower Middle School. Well, when you're going to interact with Julie, you know that what you're going to get is a real conversation from a real person. There's nothing fake about Julie at all. She's positive, she's kind, and if there is a situation, she is not just focused on the problem, but she's definitely solution driven. And foremost, she's humorous. You're going to get humor with that. I would say she is self-motivated. She is God and student-centered, first and foremost. She's very passionate about what she does. She gives of others before giving of herself. I mean, that's just the way she is, and she's committed to bettering not just students, but students and staff. I nominated Julie because when you look at a staff member and you think about a Distinguished Staff Award, you want to know what makes it go over and beyond, because we have many teachers that do amazing things, but what makes her distinguished? And so what makes Julie distinguished for me is how she just never stops teaching. The teaching just goes on and on regardless who you are, and she wants what's best for students academically and behaviorally. Julie, I am super proud of you. That's why you are a distinguished staff at Topeka Public Schools. I congratulate you. The staff congratulates you. We are proud to have you here at Eisenhower. And like we say every day, be strong, be Eagle strong.
Chief, you got any jokes? No? This year's high school educator from Topeka High is Elaine Henry.
My name is Rebecca Morrissey, and I'm the principal at Topeka High School. Elaine Henry is a language arts teacher, but that doesn't begin to speak to what she really is. She is a really energetic and innovative teacher who truly wants the best for every student. I get to interact with Elaine in different ways. You think being a principal, it's just about supervision or evaluation, and that's certainly a part of it, and I enjoy doing walkthroughs into her classes. But I also get to watch her in action with her peers. She is very collaborative. She works with the language arts department and other departments. She's been a leader in the move to grading students based on standards and providing multiple opportunities for students to learn. So it's fun to watch her not only as a teacher, but as a leader and as a participant and a learner from her peers. Elaine deserves DSA because she's really done things differently in a manner that benefits students. She's created a very safe learning environment. Too often we think we have to put a letter grade on everything a student does, and oftentimes when students don't pick things up quickly, it shuts them off. And Elaine's created an environment where she actually gets more homework because she gives them true feedback, gives them opportunities to show her what they know, and allows them to keep improving it. Elaine's been a leader in holding students to high standards, but doing so in a manner that has allowed them to be successful and to move on and to feel successful. Elaine, Topeka High is so proud to have another DSA winner, and it seems appropriate that it's passed from one language arts teacher to another. Congratulations.
Congratulations to this year's office personnel winner from the District Office Human Resources team, Geneva Coker.
My name is Carla Nolan. I'm the General Director of Human Resources. The first time I met Geneva Coker was in 2007. I was interviewing her for the position of Secretary to Substitute Services. I think she described herself best in that interview. She referred to herself as the happy hippie. She is strongly people-oriented, not so much a task-oriented person, but she's going to do whatever she needs to do to help whoever it is that she's working with at that moment. I think the reason Geneva deserves the Distinguished Staff Award is just because of her customer service in the Human Resources Department. And the interesting thing about Geneva's customer service is that it's not an act. It's not something she comes in and she says, okay, I've got to work with this individual, they're a difficult person, but I have a responsibility to provide customer service. The customer service you get from Geneva is just part of her true nature. Geneva, the Distinguished Staff Award that you're receiving tonight is well-deserved. It's the result of many, many small acts of kindness that you perform every single day for members of the Topeka Public Schools community. I'm proud to have you as a member of the team in the Human Resources Department, and Topeka Public Schools is proud to have you as part of our team. Hooray for you. You really deserve this award.
I know Miss Morrissey is not sitting back there keeping tally or anything, but the fourth honoree tonight from Topeka High in our food service category is Kelly Ortiz.
My name is Pamela Grimes, and I am the Child Nutrition Services Manager at Jardine Elementary. I was previously at Topeka High for close to 9 years, and I did wonder if the other school before that. I would describe Kelly Ortiz as extremely dependable, punctual, always, hardworking. I would describe Kelly also as just very caring. She kind of wears her heart on her sleeve sometimes. Once you really get to know her, I think sometimes that's kind of hidden a little bit, but when you've worked together for 9 years, you know each other pretty well. I would say Kelly deserves the DSA award. Her work ethic is so strong, and she takes all kinds of training courses to stay up to date. She cares a lot about her staff and students, and she's a great mom, daughter. She cared very much for her parents. Kelly, I am just honored that you were in this with me for the last 9 to 10 years, and girl, you are just so deserving of this Distinguished Staff Award. And it has been a blessing to have you as not just my confidant at work, but my good friend also. Thank you, Kelly, just for being you.
In the operations and maintenance category, this year's winner from the Service Center is Bill Hoffman.
My name is Rob Seitz. I'm General Director of Central Services and Facilities Planning over the Service Center. Bill Hoffman is a supervisor over our Roads and Grounds Department, and he has quite a large responsibility because you can imagine the total acreage that we have in the district with all of our schools and buildings, and he's responsible for all the maintenance and upkeep of all of that. I think that when you look at the criteria for a Distinguished Staff Award, Bill meets all of those criteria. He's been a longtime employee of the district. I believe he has more than 20 years in his tenure. He puts out quality work. He models himself appropriately in the way he conducts himself personally throughout the workday. He just more or less kind of rolls with the punches, and he knows what he needs to do on a regular basis. There's a lot of emergencies that come up, and he is very responsive. He's a very dependable person, and you can reach out to him, anyone in the district, and Bill will be there. He definitely represents the district, somebody that we can all be proud of. Hi, Bill. Just wanted to reach out today and say, hey, congratulations on a much-deserved Distinguished Staff Award this year. You are definitely somebody that exemplifies what this award's all about. Not only am I proud to say that you're a great employee of this district, but just a employee of the Service Center, and you represent the Service Center as well. It's been my pleasure for the last 5 years to know you, and thanks again.
final honoree tonight is our classified support staff winner from the District Police Department. Please welcome Captain Charlie McRae.
Von Brown. I'm the Chief of Police for Topeka Public Schools, and we work out of Avondale East. Charlie McRae is probably one of the hardest working people I've ever known. He is the epitome of what a law enforcement officer should be. He has worked the streets for over 30 years in the city of Topeka, both with the Topeka Police Department and now with Topeka Public Schools, and he is very competent and capable in everything that he does. You know, one thing I would say about Charlie is he is a devout husband to his wife Kayleen, and absolutely loves his daughter Mariah, and he spends all of his time away from work with them. I nominated him because of his work ethic. He is such a strong leader within the district. He does a good job of mentoring our young police officers. He works with those new officers that come in to try and teach them the difference between traditional policing and school policing. Charlie, you're an amazing police officer. We are so thankful to have you in Topeka Public Schools, and congratulations.
As we conclude the 2018 Distinguished Staff Awards, we once again want to say congratulations to all of this year's honorees. This is a great honor for each of you and a moment in your careers that you will reflect on the impact that you have made to the students of Topeka Public Schools and the community as a whole. Please join me in one more round of applause for this year's winners. All of our winners, as soon as we get done here, would come back up for a group photo. We would appreciate that, and please bring your glass award with you. As we end tonight, I just want to tell you there's more food and drinks over here, so please come help yourselves to that. And I again just want to say thank you to the communications staff for their help and all the hours that they put into this event tonight. John DeMeo, Katie Howland, and Ann Williamson, thank you for everything that you've done to make this happen. Tonight's program was videotaped and will be aired on the district cable channel, Cox Channel 14. If you don't have Cox, you will also be able to view it on the district's YouTube channel, so you can catch it all there as well. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.